The death of Pastor Creflo Dollar. On December 29, 2024, the sky in Atlanta, Georgia, resembled a vibrant painting dotted with bright lights from shops, cafes, and the festive atmosphere of the recently concluded Christmas, evoking feelings of joy and excitement. People hurriedly prepared to welcome the new year, with radiant smiles on the faces of children mingling with the eager reminiscing of the elders. Amidst this colorful scene, Pastor Creflo Dollar, one of the most prominent religious figures in the Evangelical community, was ready to board flight number 1189 to Los Angeles, where he would participate in the annual seminar titled The Power of Faith. This event attracted thousands of believers from all around, serving as a space for people not only to listen to sermons but also to share experiences, impart messages of hope, and foster a sense of unity. At the age of 62, Pastor Creflo Dollar, despite having experienced many ups and downs in life, remained a model leader and an inspiration for millions of followers. With a warm voice and an engaging teaching style, he had dedicated nearly 3 decades to building a strong community where people felt loved and understood. His sermons not only brought hope but also served as encouragement for those struggling to find their own paths in life. Faith is the key to unlocking the doors of success and happiness, he often emphasized, and those words became an inseparable part of the souls of many. On the flight to Los Angeles, the atmosphere buzzed not only with excitement for the journey ahead but also with the joy of being near their pastor. Passengers whispered about their anticipations for the seminar, sharing enthusiastic stories, and their eyes sparkled with delight as they lined the aisle. Pastor Creflo Dollar seized the opportunity to converse with the surrounding believers, listening to their joys, sorrows, and dreams. He was not only a preacher but also a friend, a leader cherished in their hearts, always ready to listen and share. As the plane took off, the serene atmosphere was filled with thoughts and emotions welling up inside him and the believers. They reached for memories, for sermons that had accompanied them throughout their lives. The prayers during difficult moments, lessons on patience, and inspirational ceremonies all blended into a vivid picture of their lives, a life to which he had made significant contributions. However, about an hour after takeoff, the peace on the plane was shattered. A loud explosion erupted from the left engine, violently shaking the aircraft. Lights in the cabin flickered, and most passengers spun into a whirlwind of overwhelming anxiety. The once calm atmosphere transformed into chaos as shouts and screams began resonating in the cabin. Hearts raced, breathing grew rapid. The plane tilted and began descending towards the ground. The pilots, with utmost calmness and professionalism, struggled to control the aircraft, but the situation worsened. In the midst of the storm, Creflo Dollar remained composed. He stood up, his gaze strong and resolute, like a beacon of light in the darkness. "Let us pray, let us place our faith in God." His call rang out passionately, capturing the attention not only of those in the cabin but also the crew striving to manage the flight. In that moment of darkness, he was not just a pastor, but a symbol of hope. The passengers around him felt strengthened. They grasped each other's hands, forming an invisible bond among fellow travelers. "God will never forsake us," he reiterated, instilling a sense of peace in everyone's hearts. Under his guidance, prayers rose, merging into a symphony of unity among the souls desperately trying to navigate through this trying moment. They didn't pray for themselves but for one another, for those around them. He exhibited an unimaginable strength, looking into each person's eyes, where he found glimpses of faith and hope. However, the reality could not be changed. With a terrifying roar, the plane ultimately crash-landed uncontrollably in a remote mountainous area. In the quiet moment following the thunderous noise, the souls of the passengers seemed to freeze. As rescue personnel were called in immediately, each person's mind conjured the image of a fervent preacher, not just a pastor, but an everlasting friend in their hearts. Yet the harsh truth unfolded. 20 passengers did not survive, including Pastor Creflo Dollar. The news of his death sent shockwaves. The public experienced profound grief, leaving the entire community reeling. Media outlets, from major newspapers to television and social media, quickly reported the news. "Our light has gone out," a religious leader shared sorrowfully, "but the fire of faith will continue to burn in the hearts he has touched." This news not only shook the faith community but also resonated with those outside of it, instilling in them a deep sense of loss. People began to hold prayer gatherings, memorial services, and campaigns to honor Creflo Dollar. Millions from across the nation gathered to affirm and pay their respects to a man who dedicated his life to faith and love. Candles were lit outside churches, at public places, and during memorial ceremonies, illuminating the space like a reminder that he would live on in the hearts of many. Everywhere on social media, stories, photos, and videos of Creflo Dollar were shared widely. Friends, companions, and the believers he had aided expressed their gratitude for the teachings and encouragement he provided them. A veteran from Chicago shared, "He helped me realize that life can change, that with courage and faith, everything can get better." Creflo Dollar's funeral took place in a solemn atmosphere at Atlanta's largest church. Thousands came to bid him farewell, from believers to friends, and even those who had never met him but were touched by what he had done. Long lines of wreaths adorned the aisles, each wreath carrying respect and love for an extraordinary individual. In that atmosphere, his image became vivid, like a light that would never fade, reaching deep within each person's soul. The speeches from family, friends, and the community created a dichotomy of solemnity and warmth. They reminisced about the cherished memories, the notable moments they shared with him. The image of a dedicated pastor, serious in his work but never lacking in joyful moments and spreading happiness to others, was firmly entrenched in everyone's minds. His sister couldn't hold back her tears, sharing, "He brought light to those who felt lost, and now that light will forever shimmer in our souls." In the days that followed, as attention gradually shifted and journalists left the scene, the sorrow lingered in the hearts of millions. The loss of Creflo Dollar was not only a blow to his family and community but also a valuable lesson about life, sacrifice, love, and faith. They recognized that although life contains suffering, within that suffering lies the seeds of hope. A fund in his name was established, not only as a memorial but also to continue the charitable work he tirelessly pursued throughout his life. This fund would aid those in need, creating opportunities for children to have better starts in life, just as he had done for so many. People began launching scholarship programs, charitable activities, and workshops for the youth he had once supported. Creflo Dollar was not just a pastor. He was a beacon of love, sharing, and forgiveness. He played a significant role in building a strong community where individuals found connection and support from others. In his departure, he left behind a legacy that each person could keep alive. The lessons and philosophies he imparted became guiding lights for millions, from his written materials to the teaching videos, all of which are invaluable treasures. The memorial service held the following year brought together religious leaders and friends once again. Once more, people unified in song, prayer, and memories of Creflo Dollar. They reminded one another of the admirable qualities he embodied throughout his life, from his zeal in preaching to his tireless efforts to alleviate others' suffering. In those sacred moments, everyone recognized that, like a star in the sky, he left an indelible mark in their hearts. Creflo Dollar's life will forever be remembered as a narrative not only of faith but also of love and sacrifice. As the pain of his passing subsided, people began finding strength to move forward, to battle through adversity, and continue living by his teachings. Each one of them, despite their wounds, could still bring light to those around them, as a way to honor and celebrate the life of a leader who lived and served tirelessly. We, the living, will not allow his legacy to be forgotten. Each emotion, each memory will be a guiding light for those who have lost their way, reminding them that it is never too late to begin anew. Even amidst dark clouds, a little light will help everyone find their path. The legacy of Creflo Dollar will endure as a reminder that life exists not only in grand gestures but also in small deeds of sharing, love, and compassion toward one another. He taught us this lesson, a lesson on how to live together in kindness and sincere love. The life and career of Creflo Dollar. Childhood and family. Creflo Augustus Dollar Jr. was born on January 30, 1962, in Atlanta, Georgia. The outward appearance of a small child in a family with 5 siblings might not hint at the challenges he was destined to face. His family belonged to the middle class. His father, William Weldon Dollar Sr., was a pastor in a small church, and his mother, Edna Dollar, worked in a factory. His parents always encouraged him to pursue faith, teaching him biblical values such as loyalty, patience, and devotion. Creflo's childhood was framed by church services, family prayers in the evening, and social activities at the church. He witnessed the hardships his parents faced yet simultaneously observed how faith empowered them to overcome challenges. As a child, Creflo frequently engaged in church activities, from participating in the music ministry to assisting in children's classes. This instilled in him a love for God and a dream to become a religious leader in the future. However, he was not immune to the temptations of adolescence and faced issues of reputation and peer pressure. These formative years taught him lessons on perseverance and resilience. Journey to faith. By the time he reached his teenage years, questions about the meaning of life became increasingly prominent in Creflo's mind. He began participating in youth groups at church, where he listened to many sermons and experienced a connection with God. One of the speakers who particularly influenced him was Pastor Clarence McClendon, who persuaded him that a faith-driven lifestyle could offer deeper, more personal meaning to life. During a service at the church, Creflo had a powerful transformational experience. He felt the presence of God and a calling to serve the community and teach His Word. From that moment on, he decided to radically change his lifestyle, from a curious teenager into a responsible leader in the faith community. His journey, however, was not without its challenges. Despite deciding to pursue faith, he faced struggles in his relationships with friends. Many childhood friends did not understand this decision, while he sought a new community that aligned with the values he wanted to pursue. Nonetheless, this did not deter him. Instead, it strengthened his resolve. After graduating high school, Creflo Dollar enrolled in a Bible school in Atlanta, where he enhanced his biblical knowledge and developed his preaching skills. There, he actively participated in volunteer activities in other churches and continually sought ways to help others. He began to clearly sense that his mission was not only to preach but also to create positive change in people's lives. Launching his ministry. Upon graduating from Bible school, Creflo Dollar's passion and dedication led him to establish the World Changers Ministry in 1986, with just about 8 believers. He was determined to spread the message of prosperity and faith through sermons and community activities. This meant embarking on a challenging journey, filled with obstacles, ranging from attracting members to building an organization and workforce. Creflo made a distinctive impact with his approach to doctrine. He often spoke about prosperity, not just in financial terms but also in peace, love, and faith. He emphasized that every individual has the power to change their life through their connection with God. This resonated widely and garnered interest from the surrounding community. During this time, he began organizing services every weekend, with the help of family and some friends. These services gradually attracted more attendees, and the church began to develop rapidly. Creflo was unafraid to plan larger events, from workshops to Bible study courses. He showcased his unique vision by utilizing new technologies, from television to live streaming, to spread his message beyond church walls. Career development and community impact. The growth of World Changers Ministry quickly exceeded expectations. Within just a few years, the number of believers swelled into the thousands. Creflo Dollar expanded his activities into various fields. He not only preached at the church but also engaged in broadcasting programs. Recognizing that many people could not participate directly in services, he organized broadcasts of his sermons on local and national television. His television presence attracted many from various regions, helping establish Creflo as one of the most well-known pastors in America. He developed several popular television programs, such as Changing Your World, where he not only preached but also shared success stories and interviewed individuals who overcame difficulties through faith. Besides preaching, he also became a best-selling author, with numerous books helping to spread his messages about prosperity and the power of positive thinking. His works often encompass various topics, from personal financial management to personal development, attracting millions of readers. Creflo Dollar's teachings are generally positive, emphasizing that prosperity is not solely related to material wealth but is also defined by happiness and wholeness. He encourages individuals to pursue their dreams and to continually believe in their capabilities. This message touched the hearts of many, inspiring them to grow personally and improve their lives. Organization and logistics. With the significant growth of World Changers Ministry, Creflo Dollar decided to establish a strong infrastructure to support the church's operations. He organized teams of volunteers and established relationships with experts in finance and communications to manage the increasingly complex operations. His good organization helped him maintain the quality and effectiveness of the programs. At the same time, he also sought cooperation with many other organizations and churches nationwide and globally. Creflo participated in international conferences and built relationships with other pastors and religious leaders. He collaborated on many social projects, aiming to support and create positive change for the community. These activities not only promoted collective strength but also created deep connections between different believers in the faith. Another important part of Creflo Dollar's career is developing charitable programs. He regularly organizes charity events to raise money for needy families, homeless people, and poor children across the United States. He is committed to using his resources to help those in need, a trend that has become an integral part of his personal mission. Challenges and tough times. Despite his successes, Creflo Dollar faced numerous challenges. Over the years, he encountered significant criticism and controversy, particularly regarding his views on wealth. Many argued that he focused too heavily on financial issues and did not emphasize the spiritual tenets of religion enough. However, Creflo defended his perspective, emphasizing that focusing on prosperity did not equate to promoting greed, but instead aimed to convey that everyone is entitled to live a good and successful life, as long as they possess faith and determination. In 2017, he faced significant setbacks with financial and legal problems. He underwent an investigation into his personal finances and management of church funds. Though these issues created confusion within the community, he stood up with strong resolve and clearly explained his financial decisions. He continued to work diligently to restore the trust of his followers and demonstrate his commitment to his mission. These hardships contributed to shaping a more resilient Creflo Dollar, someone who, despite the obstacles, maintained his faith and determination. He learned how to face challenges, extracting valuable lessons to grow in his role as a religious leader. Religious teachings and legacy. One of the key elements contributing to Creflo Dollar's success is his unique teaching philosophy. He built a framework focused on the holistic development of individuals, encompassing both spiritual and material aspects. He strongly emphasized that faith and prosperity are not two separated concepts, but rather interconnected elements that complement each other. He frequently referred to the power of words and positive thinking in creating beautiful lives. Creflo believed that every individual could influence their lives through thoughts, positive actions, and dedication to God's work. He encouraged everyone to seek guidance from the Bible and direct their lives according to its principles. Creflo Dollar's influence extended beyond teaching and religious leadership. It also reached a broader community. He created space for discussions on pressing social issues, from economic situations to societal problems like discrimination and poverty. Creflo became a prominent voice advocating for justice and positive change. His journey etched a significant mark on the hearts of followers and peers. Creflo Dollar was not just a religious leader, but also an inspiration to millions, a person they could look up to for strength and encouragement during difficult times. Conclusion. Creflo Dollar's journey progressed from a small child in a religious family to a well-known pastor, a social leader, and an influential author. His life and career exemplify how faith and perseverance can help a person overcome any hardship. He utilized his resources to enhance the lives of many others, connecting with communities and conveying his message through various channels. His sermons, books, and programs reached the hearts of millions, encouraging them to seek prosperity and hope in life. Creflo Dollar was not just a pastor, he was a leader, an inspirer, and a passionate community activist. His messages and legacy will continue to resonate in the hearts of those with whom he collaborated to build a better life founded on faith and self-belief. If you need additional information on a specific aspect of Creflo Dollar or want to expand on another topic, please let me know. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe to help me have more motivation to make better videos. See you in the next videos.